Hey, this is Michael with Digital T-Shirt Shop. So I guess this is video 5. Anyways, I was going through this a little more. I'm just kind of reading through the different packets, and I was going to show you a few other things. So as I'm going through this, it talks about over and over again, moving table, but it started talking about the inks. Not swallowing the ink, not inhaling the ink. When you're cleaning the ink, use approved solutions, different things like that. Shaking the cartridges, making sure that when they're empty, you remove them so that you don't have problems. Some of this with the DTG stuff, it's interesting because I have never used like an OEM type ink. I've usually, even with my Sprint, I've always just used the manufacturer ink. I don't have an opinion about whether one will work or the other. I just know that I spent, in my case, a lot of money on the printer. I don't want to ruin it or the print heads. The funny thing about the Sprint is that the Sprint is an Epsom-based print, is an Epsom-based print head, and you can actually go and buy the print head. Because it's an Epsom print head, and I'm not sure if you can just go buy the print heads for this as well. I know as I was talking to them in the training, they wanted you to actually send the machine in to replace a print head. But I changed the print head on the Sprint, and it actually wasn't too bad. This is my training manual from when I went to the training at Anajet. It does say that the inks are environmentally friendly. They're water-based ink. They were talking a bit about pricing. This pricing is probably different. We were just kind of ballparking what we thought the price was on the different types of inks as to what it would cost per cartridge. There were a couple things here I wanted to show. So the interesting thing is they each have a chip in them that show when they're low, and it'll trigger at about 20% that it's low. And at about 12%, it'll say it is very low. And when it hits 0, it'll say empty. Now, they say that they will allow for 10 prints once they show empty. Now, again, we talked about briefly in the other video about the 3000 pulling ink into the system. Pretty much what I need to do on this machine is once it says empty, I just replace the cartridge. I don't worry about the additional 10 prints. I just replace the cartridge. There's no need in having that ink draw out of it problem, because I decided to get every last drop of ink out of that cartridge that I could. So that's one important thing related to this. They do also suggest that because of the type of ink, the titanium dioxide, that causes separation in the ink. So you do need to shake the cartridges regularly. So every day you should shake the white cartridges, and 2 to 3 times a week you should shake any cartridges on the shelf, and the ink has a 6-month shelf life, CMYK 1 year. So you really need to make sure that you don't overbuy ink. And then what can happen if you don't do that. Fabrics. Anyways, I thought that was interesting right there. It's a 600 by 600 DPI. And the 600 by 6, if you think about what you print with a regular printer, print quality in a magazine's 350 DPI. So you're actually able to print much cleaner than that with this. Let's see if there was anything else. So in here they had recommended, we talked about the environment. So operating environment, temperature for the inks, 42 to 90. It's recommended to be 70 to 90 and 45% humidity. The ink's at 42 to 90, and again I'm still even today not quite up to 70, and I'm at 31% humidity, so I'm still down on the humidity. Anyways, that's related to that. Wear goggles when cleaning the wiper blade, maintenance station. Again, keep your fingers out of the way, keep your fingers out of the way, keep your fingers out of the way. I might about be to the point where, so safety labels, there's a laser, don't burn your eyeballs. Yeah, don't smash your fingers. Remove the brackets. Laws and regulations. Do not touch the circuit board. Oh, there's a picture of what it looks like if you take the top off. When the maintenance station is actually, when the print heads move, that's what the cleaning station looks like, except that's the 6 tray with the 6 print head, and then the other one would be a 3 tray with 3 print heads. Power on and off. I think it just said to make sure it's off when it's off. You know, pull it out by the cord, turn it off before moving it. Use a humidifier, Windows PC, heat press, or tunnel dryer. Box upright, use 4 people. And then level the machine. So that's kind of about the spot I'm at. So I'm going to go ahead and do those things, and then I will be back.